Today, we have something a little different. A chilling tale that might just make you think twice about the ordinary things around you. Imagine a quiet village, a night unlike any other, and a well that holds ancient secrets. This is the story of the magic well, where curiosity leads to a dark discovery. So, sit back, turn down the lights, and get ready for a horror tale that will stay with you long after the screen goes dark. Let's begin. In our quiet village, the nights are usually serene, filled with the comforting sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls. But tonight, something is different. It's as if the night itself is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. I lie in bed, my eyes wide open, staring into the darkness. Sleep evades me, and an inexplicable unease grips my heart. The creak of my old jute bed is the only sound in the room, a reminder that I'm still awake. I can feel it in my bones. Something is wrong. Unable to shake the feeling, I get up, my feet touching the cold, hard floor. The air is heavy, almost suffocating, and the silence is unsettling. I step outside, drawn by an invisible force, as if something beyond my understanding is calling out to me. The village, usually cloaked in a comforting darkness, is bathed in an eerie, otherworldly light. The stars, normally twinkling above, seem to be frozen in place, and the moon looms unnaturally large in the sky, casting a pale, ghostly glow over everything. As I take in the scene before me, my eyes are drawn to the old well at the center of the village. It has always been there, a constant presence in our lives, providing water for generations. But tonight, under the strange light of the moon, it feels different, alive, almost. A shiver runs down my spine as I realize that the source of my unease is the well itself. The well, once a symbol of life and sustenance, now seems ominous and foreboding. I approach it cautiously, my heart pounding in my chest. The closer I get, the more I can feel the air around it growing colder, as if the well is drawing the warmth out of the night. The stone walls of the well are slick with moisture, and the water inside reflects the moon's light in a way that seems unnatural. Peering into the well, I notice something that makes my blood run cold. The water level has dropped significantly, revealing a set of ancient stone stairs spiraling down into the darkness below. I've lived in this village all my life, but I've never seen these stairs before. They seem to beckon me, promising answers to questions I didn't even know I had. Without fully understanding why, I place my foot on the first step. The stone is cool and solid beneath me, and as I descend, the water covers my feet, warm and unsettling. My mind screams at me to turn back, to flee from whatever lies below, but my body continues to move forward, driven by a force beyond my control. With each step, the light above grows dimmer, and the darkness below becomes all-encompassing. The descent is slow, almost agonizing. The further I go, the more the well seems to close in around me, the stone walls pressing in on all sides. The air is thick with humidity, making it difficult to breathe, and the faint light from above is now just a distant memory. My heart races as I realize that I've gone too far to turn back, yet the bottom is nowhere in sight. And then, it happens. My foot slips on a slick patch of stone, and I lose my balance. I tumble down the stairs, my hands scraping against the rough stone walls as I fall. I brace myself for the impact of cold water, but instead, I land on solid ground. The shock of the landing knocks the wind out of me, and I lie there for a moment, trying to catch my breath. When I finally open my eyes, I'm met with a sight that defies logic. Above me, the water from the well is suspended in midair, as if frozen in time. The moon's reflection shimmers on the surface, casting an eerie light over the cavern I've found myself in. The air is cool and damp, and the only sound is the faint dripping of water from the ceiling. I slowly rise to my feet, my mind struggling to comprehend what I'm seeing. As I take in my surroundings, I notice a tunnel leading away from the cavern. Its entrance is framed by flickering torches, their flames casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. The tunnel seems to stretch on forever, disappearing into the darkness. I hesitate, knowing that whatever lies ahead could be even more dangerous than what I've already encountered. But I have no other choice. I take a deep breath and step into the tunnel, the sound of my footsteps echoing off the stone walls. The further I go, the more the tunnel widens, and the torches become more frequent. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something metallic and sharp, like the scent of blood. The tunnel eventually opens up into a vast underground chamber. The space is enormous, with a high, vaulted ceiling that disappears into the shadows. In the center of the chamber, a circle of torches illuminates a figure standing with his back to me. My breath catches in my throat as I realize that I'm not alone. The figure in the center of the chamber is an old man, his back hunched under the weight of a dark, tattered cloak. He stands perfectly still, as if he has been waiting for me. But it's not the man that captures my attention. It's the two massive lions sitting on either side of him. Their eyes gleam with a strange intelligence, and their muscles ripple beneath their fur as they watch me with an intensity that sends a chill down my spine. For a moment, I convince myself that the lions are mere statues, placed here as a warning to those who dare to venture into this place. But then, one of them moves. Its growl is low and menacing, a sound that vibrates through the chamber and rattles my bones. The old man still hasn't turned to face me, but I can feel his presence as if he's observing me from the shadows. My heart races as I realize that I've crossed some kind of threshold. The lions are not here by accident. They are guardians, and I've intruded on their domain. The air is thick with tension, and I know that one wrong move could seal my fate. The lion's growl grows louder, filling the chamber with a sense of impending doom. I take a step back, my instincts screaming at me to flee, but my feet are rooted to the ground. The old man remains still, his silence adding to the terror of the situation. The second lion rises, its eyes locked on mine, and I know that I am about to face something far beyond my understanding. Without warning, the lion lunges at me, its powerful body hurtling through the air with a speed that takes my breath away. There's nowhere to run, no escape from the nightmare that has become my reality. Just as the lion's massive paws are about to strike, everything around me goes black. I wake with a start, my heart pounding in my chest, my breath coming in ragged gasps. The first light of dawn is seeping through the cracks in the walls, and the familiar sounds of the village waking up fill the air. I'm back in my room, lying on my jute bed, but the memory of the underground chamber, the old man, and the lions is still fresh in my mind. Was it all just a dream? The fear I felt was so real, so vivid, that it seems impossible to dismiss it as a mere figment of my imagination. I sit up, my body trembling with the aftershocks of terror. Outside, the village is coming to life, the sounds of daily routines beginning to break the silence of the night. But I know that something has changed. The well, once a source of life, has become something else, something dark and dangerous. I can feel it in my bones that whatever lies beneath the well is not finished with me yet. The memory of the lion's eyes haunts me, their gaze burning into my soul. I know that I have ventured into a place where I do not belong, and the consequences of that journey are far from over. Thanks for tuning in to Horror Echo, where we keep you ahead of the curve with the latest tech insights and updates. If you enjoyed this horror tale and want more thrilling stories or cutting-edge tech news, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.